Folks, today on Crossing South, we visit a place reminiscent of an Italian villa, cared for by charming winemakers that have created a quintessential one-stop shop experience. Coming to you now. No, folks, this is not a hillside Tuscan villa that you're standing on. We are in Baja in Mexico, in the Valle de Guadalupe. We found this beautiful place called Villa del Valle. It's something to see, folks, and we're gonna bring it to you right now. So we hope you enjoy it. Don't go anywhere. It's Crossing South. In a prime location within the Guadalupe Valley, perched on a hilltop, this place organically grew and came to be before this region was in vogue. So how long has, Villa del Valle been open? How long has this place existed?
We first came here in 2002. We built the hotel, the pool, and everything that you see that now forms part of Grupo La Villa del Valle. And we opened in 2005, so we are celebrating 10 years of La Villa del Valle.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. None of the colors here are anything apart from pigments that we actually chose from the landscape.
I can tell.
Everything that you see here.
You see, guys, I have good observation skills, right?
Well
right?
done. Well done.
It blends with the land,
The idea was to make this place feel as though you were at home. We're kind of the opposite of what I feel to be the trend in recent years, where everybody wants their home to look like a hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
I want what I'm looking for is for my hotel to look like a home.
That's very nice. I mean, last night I was walking in this whole area in nothing but boxers and flip-flops, so I really felt at home. No, I'm just kidding.
It wouldn't be the first time, I can tell you.
So all this artwork, where do you get it from?
All of the artwork here is local, or at least Mexican. This is actually a self-portrait of Alejandro da Costa, who's the architect who designed our winery, which we'll have to go and see. It's won many awards.
Alejandro da Costa?
Alejandro da Costa is the brother of Hugo da Costa.
Okay.
So the idea of La Villa del Valle is that everything is organic, it's all sustainable, it's built on thermal ideas so that all of the floors are stone floors and act as thermal masses. They collect the heat in the day and then release it in the evening.
Oh, very nice.
The house is built on an east-west orientation. The idea is that it's rustic because we are actually in the middle of the countryside,
right,
but that it be all as comfortable and luxurious as it can be. Over there is our rather extensive organic vegetable gardens, and we use that to feed the hotel kitchen as well as Corazon de Tierra, our restaurant. But we make our own olive oil, we cure our own olives, we do honey. We have 7 beehives. The bees are
You go out with the
somewhere.
whole thing?
My husband does. I don't. I'm terrified. I'm terrified. It has that kind of open skies, what I consider to be American northwest skies that you just see forever.
Right.
And you don't get that in Europe anywhere. Everything is very beautiful.
Too many mountains?
Very manicured. Very small horizons.
Gotcha. Last night we caught a beautiful the red sky.
It was gorgeous last night, wasn't it? Yeah, one of the things that are particularly extraordinary here are the sunsets.
The sunsets.
My background is actually film and television.
Oh, wow. So what made you get out of the film business?
That 9/11 happened and I was spending my whole life traveling between Amsterdam, where I had a cable channel, and London, where we had offices for our production company. And I just thought, you know what? Let's sell the house and make this our home forevermore. And,
forever.
And never look back.
I'd never look back. I'm telling you guys, Baja is a place where a lot of foreigners go on vacation and wind up buying a winery and just retiring down there.
Exactly. So we use this area a lot for events. We have a lot of weddings, a lot of anniversaries, a lot of parties in general. We've had...
I've got no invitation. I've got no invitation. We're friends, right?
We're friends. We're friends.
I can see why some chose Villa del Valle as a place to have their nuptials. Talking to people from different places here in Valle de Guadalupe, it's like word is getting out. I mean, not only from the U.S. and Mexico, you're starting to get Europeans, Asians coming to the Valle because it's becoming hot, you know?
Really hot.
But it's nice to see people that like you who have been here for a while, you know, and even before, you know, it became in vogue, so.
From the day that we opened, we were full, so.
Oh my
obviously
goodness.
The things that I like, other people like as well.
Exactly, which is very good. What is this place?
Okay, so this is our yoga studio. We do classes 3 days a week here, and more if guests want. We do Qigong as well. It's a great meditation space. It's really quiet. These doors open out completely, so this is not a wall a lot of the time.
Yeah, exactly. Light comes in, you're seeing nature, you're seeing grapes, you're seeing rocks, you're seeing grass, seeing mountains. Certainly a nice place to meditate, right?
It sure is.
This is where we...
The only
can you split? Can you do a split?
No, can you?
No, I'm just kidding. It looked like I was going to.
And now just bend your front knee and fit your arms out and look towards your third finger. And this is Warrior 2. That's good.
Is that good?
Yeah. Because then you get from this one, you do this one, which is kind of what you're talking about.
Kind of like the throwing of it.
Exactly.
I just have it in the back.
And then to downward, can you do this one? This is downward facing dog. So the idea is to get your hips way high, have your eyes looking at your navel.
How's that?
It's good.
Is my form good?
Very good. And that's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Aileen. Thank you for teaching me that.
Well, I hope I've inspired you to do yoga.
Oh man, I need stretching. I'll tell you that.
Actually, I was pretty impressed that you did that.
Oh really? Nope, not really known for my athletics. My foodie reputation precedes me, I suppose. But hey, I was an athlete in my youth. Anyway, time to keep exploring this enchanting place. Aileen is very charming. She is an incredible host, and the place reflects her personality. The tranquility, the spaces to just catch up on a book or...
It's interesting because we have a lot of repeat business.
Yeah?
And the people that come, first of all, they have these huge itineraries and they're running around like crazy, and you can tell that they're kind of looking longingly at the swimming pool thinking, man, do I really want to go out?
It's not difficult to find you're not from the US. I see your accent, and you're obviously from the UK. Can you tell me your history, your background?
Okay.
How you made it over here to America?
Well, actually, I am from the U.S. I was born in New York, but
you grew up in the UK?
I did. I spent all my life, or the vast majority of my life, in and near London.
Oh, really?
We had a string quartet playing here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was lovely.
So I can just imagine it here, like. This garden feeds your restaurant.
And then actually, instead of what usually happens, where the chef gives his shopping list of what he wants, we do it kind of in the opposite way. And the girl, Claire, who runs the gardens, tells the restaurant
what's available.
What's available. And it's kind of
this is what you got, so start planning what to make.
Exactly, and it's a great exercise in living off the land when the land is dictating to you what you're serving, rather than you dictating to the land what it's going to give you.
That philosophy is shared by a few restaurants in the Guadalupe Valley. But the one in Villa del Valle, called Corazon de Tierra, is truly one to behold and experience. It's like a delicious iced tea without the overwhelming sugariness.
I don't think it has any sugar.
It doesn't have any sugar, and it tastes sweet, but just the right amount of sweet.
nice, isn't it? Everything in here is recycled. It's these are beams from an old dock in San Francisco.
Really?
In between
the floor.
Exactly, the floor and the ceiling. So you'll see they're really long beams. So all of this glass that we see around us opens out, and so this whole place becomes open plan. But it was just such a beautiful structure that we thought, you know what?
People are going to enjoy so much eating here.
Exactly.
Some sort of fish, avocado puree, and this tostada is like your own, it's your own chip.
Yes.
It's a chip you make
exactly.
here,
We make them
right? Can't guarantee you that you'll find this when you come, but you'll get your own unique dish. Wow. Artisan, artisan, artisan. So what is this?
This is an oyster, a fresh oyster from the Bay of San Quintin, Rancho Cortez cheese, which is a ranch very close to us. That's pancetta that we make here, and Swiss chard from the garden.
Do you put this salt on?
No.
No, you don't? Salt is ornamental.
Yeah, the ornamental salt.
Wow.
We have cherry tomatoes from the garden and pear tomatoes.
I love how you say tomatoes, by the way. Okay, so basil and your Parmesan cheese, your cherry tomatoes, and what else?
Right.
It's like an Englishman once told me when I mentioned something like you do know we invented the body language, right? So the way we say it is normal. The way Americans say it, it's not normal.
Probably everything that you get that's a vegetable here today will be from our gardens. This is a Pismo clam, which is actually named for a place in California called Pismo Beach.
Okay. Look at that, folks. Natural, organic goodness. I'm telling you, I'm becoming a quick convert to this whole organic thing. Oh man, we're not done.
Not done. So this is a traditional corn tamal made with nixtamal.
Come on, there's nothing traditional about this, Aileen.
Well, underneath is roast suckling pig.
All right.
And the mole is a riff on a traditional mole, but with ingredients only from Baja California.
Well, I love mole to begin with, so their dishes are so complex that even Aileen here is having trouble describing what they are. All we know is it's dessert, okay? Delicious, delicious. It just doesn't get much better. But it's crossing south, folks. We're exploring this place. It's Villa del Valle and all the places associated with it. Stay with us, more to come. Okay, so after having a taste of their award-winning restaurant, we walked across the property to the winemaking area.
This is my husband Phil, the winemaker.
Phil, nice to meet you, my friend.
Very nice to meet you.
Another Englishman. Well, you're American with an English accent, but you're an actual Brit, right?
Yes, actual Brit.
Okay. Manchester?
Manchester. Born in Manchester.
United or City?
City.
Oh yeah, they kicked out Chicharito, so go City, all right?
We came here to live here because we love this place. And as soon as we got here, we decided to plant a vineyard. And shortly after that, I decided to learn more about winemaking. We've been living on the land, we've been on the land for 12 years, and this winery's been here for about 4.
What can you tell me about your wine? What kind of wine are you trying to strive for?
I'm trying to make a Mexican wine. I'm trying to make something which isn't a copy of anything else.
Okay.
I'm taking high quality grapes, and I'm trying to almost let the grapes make the wine themselves. The wine makes itself. My task is to guide and protect it more than to change it into something else. I think you'll find that in many parts of Europe, they'll consider that the mineral aspects of the wine, that is the effect of the terroir, is the most important. And fruit is not shown so strongly in those wines. Here it is. I'm making wines in a number of small tanks.
Right.
I love to use these. One of the reasons for doing this is that I can get good contact with the wine myself. I can see it, I can smell it, I can taste it, I can feel it.
You're doing that.
I do that
as you're making it.
as I'm making the wine. These tanks that I'm showing you in here contain grapes and the must, the liquid that comes out of them, which is fermenting. This one is finishing off now. This one's about 90–95% done. These grapes float on the top. Here we call it the sombrero, the cap, if you like.
Sombrero.
And 3 times a day, it's just been done, 3 times a day someone comes around and punches this sombrero down to make sure that it stays wet all the time.
Oh, really?
That helps us to extract the flavors and colors that we want from the skins and put it into the liquid, which becomes the wine. Also, it stops this drying out. If that happened, it would promote the formation of vinegar.
Oh,
I'm trying to avoid that.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
Can I grab a little bit?
Yeah, let me show you something. This is the color.
Wow.
You can see they're still fermenting. I don't know if you can see or hear a few bubbles down in there.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Wow, it's,
Not
it's
much.
bubbling. Look at that.
It's bubbling like crazy, but this is just the end of the process. I'll press the wine or the juice off the grapes.
Okay.
And the grapes I'm then finished with.
Is it with a machine you press them?
Yes, it's over there at the back. We'll be able to pump the juice out of the bottom of the tank first.
Okay.
And that will go through here, and it'll run out very quickly.
Right.
And then with buckets, we'll simply take out all the skins and tip those in here too.
Because they have juice in them.
They still have juice in them.
Probably.
And flavor.
Right.
Some of which I want, some of which I don't. I tend to press them gently most of the time. I'm not looking for all of the very strong flavors. I have plenty of flavor. In fact, that one is Tempranillo.
Tempranillo. All right, let's try it, folks.
Yeah. So it's still very, very sweet.
This is exquisite.
My job is to take really good tasting grape juice and convert it into a fermented juice, which really tastes awful.
Until you turn into wine.
The right kind of awful, which I turn into wine. Here, no one has a problem with lack of sugar in the grapes. No one is going to be adding sugar.
Right.
We have the opposite problem. The grapes develop with our sunshine so fast that
sugar produces.
We have a lot of sugar, which gives a lot of alcohol, which gives wines which can be difficult to drink in quantity. You know? And as we like to drink wine in quantity, we're trying to get the alcohol level down. These things I can actually move like this, look.
Oh, wow.
I can't do it at the moment because I don't want to put the bung in. These are fermenting, so I daren't tighten the bung in. But I can actually rotate the barrels to mix it up.
Really?
In the tanks, we have to punch down.
So there's an advantage to these?
There is an advantage.
Where does someone get these oak barrels?
These I bought from France. These were sent from Bordeaux.
Bordeaux.
Yeah. The effect of American barrels is very different from the effect of French barrels.
Really?
And the cost is very, very different too. Oak in Europe is so different from the oak in the United States in terms of its physical structure inside. I think if you use French oak, you get a much more gentle effect on the wine. You get a more elegant product.
So I see there's no grapes right now. The harvest season's passed?
Yeah, everything's been picked. The last grapes actually were picked this morning from this part.
Oh, really?
The harvest season, the last couple of years, has started early and finished very early.
Is there a reason for it?
It's the hot weather. We've had no winter for 2 years.
You're kidding.
The grapes, the plants never went dormant.
Okay, Phil. I mean, I'm probably not the first person that's told you how creative this looks. But how'd you get the idea? And tell me about this.
I didn't. Alejandro da Costa, the architect.
Your architect.
He designed and built this. He intended this to be another recycling effort. He and we both all love to do that. He intended it to be funky because that's what I asked for. I wanted a functional, funky winery, and I certainly got that.
You certainly did.
And in terms of recycling, these were dead boats.
Right.
And now they have another life.
Another life.
Instead of being chopped up and burned or buried or whatever.
And probably a longer life than they did on the water.
Quite probably. Hopefully, yes. Yeah. I spent many years sailing. My wife and I used to sail a great deal.
So it's so fitting.
And in the past, so this is also a connection between my life then and my life now. And it's also a connection between our lives out here in the valley and the sea, which is only a few minutes away, really.
So we have here the inner hull of the ship, and this is a nice little area where you have obviously your wine tasting, your barrels. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out is, like, your wife was telling me about how you dug the earth out.
Yes.
So instead of constructing, you were almost
destructing.
Destructing. Now, talk to me about the wines. What wines are we going to taste?
Right now, we're going to try this one first. It's a white wine. It's my Sauvignon Blanc. It's actually Sauvignon Blanc with just a touch of Chenin Blanc, Chardonnay, and Viognier in it.
Can I try it?
Yes, of course.
It's actually sweet. Very smooth.
I do certain things to avoid the bitterness. I do a gentle extraction, gentle pressing, avoiding the presence of the strong flavors in the wine. This is a blend of Petit Syrah, Zinfandel, and Grenache.
Really?
Yeah.
Those three ones in one?
Yeah.
Wow, it is smooth. This reserve self-portrait of Phil himself. Deezed. It's the happy juice, folks. It's delicious.
Thank you very much for coming.
It's Crossing South, folks.
And thank you very much, you guys too.
Chicken, 3D, you know? And as if a quaint villa, trendy restaurant, and boutique winery weren't enough, they also have urban food covered. Okay, Aileen, so this is the stuff from your Troika food truck. Tell me about your food truck. I mean, what's the deal with that? What kind of food are you serving there?
Octopus ceviche with avocado, octopus, tomato, purple onion, and cucumber.
Tomato.
And
This ain't your mama papa ceviche, folks. This is your octopus ceviche. Oh boy. I love ceviche and I love octopus, so this combination is phenomenal. Just so you know. Oh man, so tasty, and it has a little bit of bitterness to it.
so this also is octopus, but this octopus is cooked on the grill. It's
Yeah, it
on
looks-
a bed of
it looks it.
an avocado puree. Well done. Well, it didn't break. You got it all in your mouth. That's roast suckling pig,
Okay.
queso fresco, fresh cheese,
Yes.
preserved purple onions.
Look at that glistening fat. So good. You gotta live it to believe it. Food trucks are becoming the rage in Baja, folks. Food trucks are right now popping up everywhere, gourmet food trucks. And turns out you've been doing this for a long time here.
Yeah,
So,
we've had this food truck for more than 4 years.
wow.
This is potato bread that we make here. The meat is from a ranch in Sonora, and the topping is a marmalade made out of bacon.
A bacon marmalade? Are you kidding me? I've been known to dislodge my jaw.
Retractable jaw.
I know you want it. I know you guys want this. All right. This is too good to describe. This is too good to describe. Oh my goodness. Folks, it is better than it looks. But it's better than it sounds. It is fantastic, Aileen. It's the Troika food truck here at Villa del Valle, folks. I want to stay forever. Oh my goodness. Don't let me leave, Aileen, please. Don't let me leave. Well, I'll say these folks have it figured out, don't they? Well, Aileen, thank you so much for hosting us today. We had a lovely time.
It was lovely to have you. And
And
come
it's-
back and see us soon.
Oh, I will. Believe me, I will. I hope you liked the segment. Take care. Folks, after getting to spend some time with Phil and Aileen, a happy couple with an exquisite vision of how to enjoy this rich land in the Valle de Guadalupe, we truly leave with a heavy heart, longing for the next time we get to cross south.
You can find maps and information about the places you just saw, or you may order a copy of this program on DVD at crossingsouth.com. We also do Facebook.